It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hill, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Wahoo! Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, defense.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Dancing to his left. Got his man, it's Eifert. And that one results in 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25, check 25, check 25. Protein, spit by.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check 37, check 37. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Charlie. Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Watch the edge.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check your hot reads. It's the ball. Match box. Right. Go. I got motion. Logo, 59. Mike's 59. You go, night. Time night. 22, check, cover.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 50. Tight go. Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Check 3.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Here comes the ball.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Hey, exit. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Crunch time, defense. Mike, check. 59. Watch the run. Let's go.
From the 39, Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's good for a Jacksonville.
Here we go. 91. Hey, seam 6.
Fournette. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Here we go, D. Go, go. Me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I got it. Mike, check, 59.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
They'll run with Thompson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Thompson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on. Switch. Switch it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the penalty, it's Hill. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Mike's back now.
Jackson operating from the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. Shifts by him. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off play action, it's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Topper!
On 2nd and 12, Minshew. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Fournette on the counter. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the
Blue draw Corkers. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Thompson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On the ready.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Watch the run. Check.
Weapon.
59 mark. Check. 59.
Watch. Hey. High 7.
Mike 5'9. Mike 5'9. I know he ain't got it.
Speed grip.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on first down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Let's go.
Minshew sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 72 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10
Bring it up.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Jackson to throw. This complete to Jones. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 14. First down, Ravens.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Hill one more time. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try to right side here with Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Thompson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 60 or.
Watch the pass. Bang, 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 bang.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, 59. Here it comes, here it comes. Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Now Thompson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. And that'll set them back 5. Backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Jackson. It's caught. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.